trim level, and then the SEL trim level and up, the SEL Plus, the Limited, it's going to have a lot more gloss black accents with a gloss black front lip, and then this N line is going to have a body colored front lip with more aggressive bottom corners there, more aggressive front grille there as well. And by the way, there are front air curtains helping direct air around the wheel and tire combination up front there as well. And of course, you actually have the adaptive cruise control sensor built in just below that Hyundai logo up front. You really can't even tell that that's what it is, but that is pretty cool. But anyways, to the sides, LED headlights do come standard for every single trim level across the board, so gotta love that. Automatic feature coming with them, meaning when it starts to get dark at night, the headlights will turn on automatically for you there. LED daytime running lights, and the cool part about these LED daytime running lights, I'm gonna get up a little closer here. Don't mind the, I got an umbrella here, so hopefully it doesn't get in the shot, but LED daytime running lights are on the bottom portion of that headlight, and they kind of go up onto the hood, and then they slowly fade out. You guys can see where that little crease is right there. That's where they stop. So that is one of the coolest looking LED headlights out there still today, and they're like nothing else on the road. So one of the reasons I personally love my Hyundai Sonata there. And overall, that pretty much rounds out the front end though. Let's now go ahead and make our way to the side of the Sonata. All right, so but now since we are around to the side of this one, chrome window surrounds will come standard on all trim levels but the SE, which is actually going to give you kind of gloss black or matte black window surround. So that is a substantial difference. It definitely makes a huge difference on the side profile. So I did want to mention that SEL trim level and up is going to get those chrome window surrounds that you guys are currently looking at. N-line badging found on the front fender there. That definitely looks pretty good as well. You get body colored satin chrome door handles. So there's a little bit of a two-tone finish there. I also like that. Body color power adjustable side mirrors do come standard. They will be gloss black with the N-line and the SEL Plus. So did want to differentiate that for you guys. Heated LED integrated turn signals for the SEL trim level and up. Gloss black side skirts for all trim levels across the board. Definitely love that. Taking a look down at the wheel configuration, they will also differ substantially amongst the trims. 16-inch alloys for the SE, 17-inch alloys for the SEL, 19-inch alloys for the SEL Plus and N-line trims, and 18-inch alloys then for the Limited. And I love the look of these N-line wheels that we have here today. It's kind of like a gloss black and machine finish look. So big fan of that, but that pretty much rounds out the side profile as the rain continues to pick up here. So now go ahead and make our way to the back. All right, so now since we are around to the back of this one, body colored shark fin antenna all the way to the top, unless you go with the N-line or the SEL Plus, and then you're gonna get a gloss black shark fin antenna all the way to the top there. And actually the N-line is the only trim level of all of the Sonatas that will give you a gloss black rear spoiler. So I'm gonna show that to you guys real quick, because otherwise it's actually gonna be body colored for every single other trim level. So it's kind of differentiated for the N-line, and I really like it because it actually ties in with the blast. It comes in at an even 16 cubic feet. If that was not enough space, there is a 60-40 split, meaning the rear seats do fold down for quite a bit of extra space then if you needed it. You do have some cargo lighting back there as well. There is an optional cargo net. We do have that with us here today, so I wanted to emphasize that. And if you were curious whether or not you got any in-floor storage underneath of that cargo floor, you do have a spare tire, which I actually of a sedan. Then make our way up to the front seats, manually adjustable cloth seating for the SE, suede leatherette combination for the SEL Plus and the N-line. That, of course, is what you guys are looking at today, and I do like the N-specific badging on the upper portion of the seats. That looks pretty cool, too. Leather seating for the Limited, 8-way power driver seat for the SEL trim level and up, heated front seats for the SEL trim level and up, ventilated front seats then for the Limited, and the Limited is also going to add memory settings. But overall, these seats, specifically the N-line seats, are 100% on point. They definitely hug you, they hold you in place. So big fan of the N-line seats, and it is a substantial difference between the N-line seats and all the other trim levels of the Sonata, I will say that. But then take a look at the steering wheel. It is tilt and telescoping. It is leather wrapped for the SEL Plus trim level and up, and that leather wrapped steering wheel is going to be optional on the SEL. And then a heated steering wheel is going to come on the Limited trim level if you wanted that. But now let's go ahead and make our way to the startup. Let me start by showing you guys the key here. You do have your Hyundai app right now. All the other trim levels below that, the SE and the SEL, are going to give you analog gauges. So you can imagine what that is going to look like, but I do love the digital gauge cluster. I have that in my SEL Plus. Essentially, when you change the drive modes, like from sport to normal, it's going to substantially change the look of those gauges. So I am a huge fan of that. And of course, you have steering wheel mounted controls on the right side of the steering wheel, allowing you to adjust different things like boost pressure. Apparently on the N-line trim level, I don't have that on my SEL Plus. There's also safety information up there. You can display a picture of the Sonata itself. That is pretty cool. There's a compass, tire pressure information for each individual tire, The list goes on. So pretty much everything you could possibly want on the digital into that, because so many manufacturers do not. So we'll just say that. But now, 10.25-inch color touchscreen display for the SEL trim level and up, which, by the way, is probably the biggest new feature for the 2023 Sonata, because previously even the SEL Plus gave you an